everybody. Welcome to my little room here, my space here in Johannesburg. My name is Carlo Mombelli, and I just want to share a little something of my bass playing in my Snippets and Tidbits little series, and something that I believe in that I call Do Not Iron Out the Wrinkles. Now, how I get to this is I'm going back many years. When I first got married, I went into was 23. I just started playing I just finished actually playing with Johnny Ferree. I learned my music actually playing on stage. I didn't study in an institution or anything. And I learned playing 6 nights a week for 6 months. I've just been playing jazz with Johnny Ferree and Duke, the great saxophone player Duke McKazi. Stan Jones was on piano, and Kevin Gibson. And we were all youngsters. And I decided I'm going to now woodshed. I really wanted to get into a serious woodshed process, meaning I was going to really create a practice schedule for myself. I never had the opportunity to study music in places that I really wanted. I wanted to go to Berklee College of Music, but my parents weren't interested in that. They weren't even interested in me doing music, and I'd left home already while I was still in school. I was already out of the house, so there was no opportunity for me to do that. So I decided to create my own environment, and I've always felt very strong about that. You create your own environment. There's no gigs. You go out and you make things happen for yourself. There's no band to play, and you go and you make something. You always create your own environment. So I created my own environment. So I created a practice schedule for myself. I started at 8 in the morning. It went for 50 minutes, 10-minute break, and I wrote and I created this worksheet for myself. That was madness actually, because it stopped. I had a little time for lunch, I had a tea break, time for supper, and then I continued. It was from 8 in the morning to 8 in the evening. And we were living in Yeovil at the time. My next door neighbors were the cherry-faced lurchers. I don't know if any of you do know them, and they partied the whole day. I just practiced the whole day. And it was crazy. I was really I really stuck to it, and I worked on there was an exercise that I did like a Zen. I always started with like a Zen exercise, besides meditating first, always a little bit, and then I went to the Zen where I played a single note with a metronome, eyes closed, and I just went. Back again. I just sat that in the end the metronome started to disappear, and I focused on getting all my fingers the pressure equal, the length of the notes the same, the volume of the note the same. And then something happened that changed the way that I played. I was always practicing everything, plucking every note. I plucked every note, and and I transcribed all the Tower of Power stuff and what is hip, like a machine gun, until in the end, these were the elements speaking to me, I tell you, because my hand seized up. I couldn't play anymore. I don't know what happened. There was like a big bump here. They had to cut it out. I still got the scar there. They put my hand in the splint. And then I thought, I was just in this phase of my life. I said, but my thumb is loose. So my thumb was still free. But I know, I can still play. So I continue to play with my hand in the splint using just my thumb. Now what happened is I have to now I couldn't get that fast. So I started developing my left hand to play without the right hand. So every now and again, I just prompt the sound on actually, and I've been doing that my whole life now. Ever since then, it changed my life, changed the way that I play, and that I know that when I play now, I can hear. I feel like it's me playing. It's Carlo Mombelli playing somehow. And I add vibrato because I used to play fretless. So everything I play, I'm either bending the note or I add vibrato because I'm searching to create my playing to be more voice-like. And I realized actually I talk in flexi time. I race a bit, I drag a bit. Sometimes it's softer, then there's an accent there, then I'm a little bit louder, and I realize it's not necessary for me to play like a machine. I would prefer rather that when I played, that it's more like a voice. That it's moving and for me, I find more of an emotional attachment to this way of playing, and why I'm saying don't iron out the wrinkles, because I had a teacher, I've never had a bass lesson ever. I taught myself, but had I had a teacher, my teacher would have said to me, no, that's wrong. And sometimes then what I realize is that when I have a student and I see something pretty strange or something that's kind of on the edge of wrong, and I went there and I ironed out the wrinkle, it's gone. And that could have just been the voice that student was looking for. So the moral of the story is, don't iron out the wrinkles. Okay, and till next time. Thanks. Hey Luigi, hey my boy, how are you? This is Luigi. This is the dog that you sometimes hear in my videos. I'd just like to end off this little session, and I hope you enjoyed it. I just want to show you basically my book, that all the stuff that I show you, my compositions are found in a book. I put them all in a book called Pulses in the Center of Silence, and with beautiful scores of the full lead sheets, full scores, and solo bass pieces. And I've put together a little bit of my approach on how I see music, things that are important to me. So I've got 5 chapters that I've written up front. The first chapter, the elements, which I feel are tone, time, taste, ears, and technique. And I speak about each of the elements. And then chapter 2, the 4 P's, passion, practice, perseverance, and passion, the journey to the elements. Chapter 3, composition and improvisation, my approach. I write about it, how I feel about it. And then originality, chapter 4. I really feel everyone is an original. And I'll give you an insight to how I feel about that. And then chapter 5, learning and teaching. I mean, can creativity be taught, etc. And so there's quite a. I hope it's going to be an inspirational bit of writing for you. And then you have all the compositions, and this you can get from real African publishers, Johannesburg-based publishing company, and see below for the link and the website for that. Until next time. Peace and love, everyone.